This week on the IGL podcast, it's E3 week, and we're going to talk and preview all the upcoming news.
I agree. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Infinite Grenade Launcher podcast. We're going to be talking about E3 this week. Excited?
I am excited. I'm your host, Justin Gentile.
I am also your host, Timothy McGorry.
We are here at the Hollywood Redux studios, only at HollywoodRedux.com. I cannot even... The excitement I've had since I was a young boy is just brimming and overflowing for E3. Every year, it's like such an exciting time for me. Back in the days, I was going to say back to the days when I would get the GamePro magazine, and you get the E3 preview would come out, and all we would have to go by is just a little preview shot of the game.
A whole country away.
And that was it. And now, wow, we're inundated with coverage, which you can find on HollywoodRedux.com. Make sure you check us out on our social media handles. We're going to be retweeting news and like talking about all the big events that are being announced, any of the conferences. What are you excited to see this year at E3?
I don't have a Wii U. But Legend of Zelda could be the thing.
They should show that off pretty prominently, I would say. They've been talking about it hyping it up for a while.
That'll probably come out. Dishonored 2.
Here's a question about that Zelda. Do you think it'll come out for the Wii U, or is it going to come out for that Nintendo NX? Do you think it'll possibly come out for you? I mean, they have to do something. Otherwise, what do you think? Like the last real AAA release for Nintendo was Splatoon. Like what otherwise is really gonna? So I would love.
Yeah, I guess
Star Fox was kind of up there, but otherwise, I would love for some really big Nintendo news. I think they're kind of in a little weird in between. They might be floundering a little bit, so I think they really have to come strong with the big E3 this year. Dishonored 2. Love the first Dishonored.
Very good game.
That looks amazing.
Final Fantasy 15's coming.
Yeah, did you play the demo of that?
I did play the demo, and it is... I'm worried beyond all recognition.
Really?
Well, I was collecting coins for half the fucking time.
Whoa. What do you mean like Super Mario 64? Or like
kind of. It was kind of like a very like... You wake up and it's like, you're in a dream. Get these coins.
Ooh.
What turn-based system?
Go! And your hate is driving my interest. I'm like, up in a dream?
It's not hate. It's not hate. It's
you collect coins. I love collecting
unease. Or what they would call the Final Fantasy disease.
The disease ever since Final Fantasy 12 Online or whatever.
Yeah.
You got Final Fantasy.
It should be a certain way.
Otherwise, in terms of games, it's gonna start out with the big conferences. You got a big Sony conference, big Microsoft conference. You just got the PS4, but now they might have this PS Neo, PS4 Neo 4.5. Like we're
invalidating my purchase or enhancing it.
Well, like what would make you as a new purchaser of a PS4? What would
bump me up the most?
Yeah,
going,
or would make you entice you to trade it in and maybe upgrade.
Not having to pay more money.
More PlayStation 4-ness.
Money seems to be the driving factor. But I mean, hopefully they'll be like, trade it in and give me like $100 and we'll
give you get the new system. We'll give you $100.
We'll make
Here's
sure
some free food. Pat on the back.
Whatever, if they have to throw in an expansion pack or whatever they do to it.
Well, there's always big news like that, though. Honestly, I think E3 was the first time they announced the Games with Gold program from Microsoft. You know, we're big fans of the Games with Gold. You're getting the free games. PlayStation Network also giving out for PS Plus users. You're getting free games with that. So there might be
I can play Tropico 5 if I want.
Hey.
I don't, but I could.
Well, maybe an expansion of that program may be in the works. They have been doing a lot more game previews like that recently, too. Like, I had a chance to kind of preview Zombies... Plants vs. Zombies 2, they had a little 10-hour free preview.
Sure.
You could do that. They do that with a lot of the 2K games recently, too. So I think that's maybe a trend that might be big at E3, that free-to-play mentality, even expanding and growing beyond Warframe and World of Tanks and just those games that are kind of popular on my Xbox One right now.
Did you hear that they're pushing back No Man's Sky?
To August, I have heard about that. Well, listen.
All I want to do is go on space adventures and classify unfound space animals.
I'm sorry it's taking more time to create your infinite universe.
Listen to me. I want an infinite experience like yesterday
already. I want it now. I wanted it yesterday. Yeah, like they're literally building a game where you can go to planets. Like, we could play the same game for 1,000 years and never go to the same places.
Colbert has a Let's Play of it. I'm not sure if you've seen that.
Oh, yeah. He was, like, on the show and doing, like, a little bit of a... Oh, man. Well, that'll be great. I would love to see you explore that on one of our Twitch sessions. That's a PS4 exclusive, however. So I think you'll have to cover that.
You're goddamn right.
In my Xbox One world, I would love... I'm excited to see... Personally, if I can make a personal request, not that it makes a difference, because...
A PR?
Microsoft is going to be a PR personal request. I feel like they might have had this worked out already. Might be a little late, being that it's like Monday or Tuesday now, before E3. But I would love to see, maybe as we're bridging to this virtual reality future,
VR,
which definitely is going to be big at E3. I think there's going to be some VR components announced for both of them, and make sure you check out one of our future episodes where we're going to be discussing that VR mentality. However, I have the Xbox One Kinect, and it's really great, and I think it's underutilized. And I would really love to see some games that not only utilize it, but utilize it in a unique way, the same way that Disney Fantasia evolved it.
I was gonna say, Justin's favorite game is Disney Fantasia. Every time we end up talking,
any
Disney
excuse
Fantasia.
that I have,
I was doing a second countdown in my head. I was like, 5, 4. Is he gonna mention Fantasia?
Talking
3,
about a
2,
Fantasia
1,
2.
Boom.
Yeah, but listen, I mean, not that they're going to do that. They did just dissolve that Disney Interactive sections. There's not going to be any more Disney Infinity. There's not going to be any announcements about that. But just something in that vein, that creative mentality that get people moving and grooving before we just put on those VR helmets and get stuck in our head worlds, forever.
I think Lucasfilm or LucasArts might be debuting some AR stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I think they have booth space. Like, I'm almost positive.
But, like, debuting, like, I also signed in a Star Wars game kind of...
I had... The guy emailed me back. I have to meet him. I'm not sure if I have the job yet, but I might be working at the actual convention, at the Square Enix booth.
Everyone better check out your Twitter then
capabilities.
Your Twitter is going to be blown up if that's the case. I better see some amazing pics and all that.
I don't got time for words no more.
Depending on if he signs the NDA. I mean, guys, we know stuff that's going on in E3. We just can't talk about it. Unfortunately, we signed some NDA agreements, but we know the big news. Believe me, it's huge news. I want to let you guys know it's going to be big. It's going to be big. I can't talk about it.
It's going to be bigger than when Jesus invented the sandal. Or the high chair.
I'm looking out for that. Trade in your PS4, get a new one, and $100 deal. I'm very excited about that.
Here's what I would prefer. PlayStation's like, if you have a PlayStation 4 already, we're just going to give you a VR set. And here's $100.
And
not for use within our company. Just go out.
Here's a piece of cake.
Go get,
and
go to
an unlimited lifetime supply of soda.
Also, just I want to get just like a $15 Starbucks. I don't even want it.
It's corporate synergy,
cash
folks.
those out.
Get your synergy together. New PlayStation console probably be announced. New Microsoft console I'm also expecting to be announced. They're talking about either a smaller Xbox One, a faster Xbox One. Could be faster than the PlayStation Neo.
Will it be Xbox 2?
No. I mean, the whole big thing with this is they've always been hyping...
Excuse me.
Going
just
back
burped
to...
into the mic and it was like,
lovely.
No big deal.
Going back to a couple of E3s, they've always been hyping the idea of the Xbox One as a cloud computer gaming platform.
You know what you call a couple E3s? An E2. Go ahead.
Crackdown 2, or I think it was Crackdown 2 was the game. No, I'm sorry, Crackdown 3, because Crackdown 2 was another...
Cell-shaded masterpiece Crackdown?
Yeah, no, love Crackdown, but Crackdown 3 was going to be the big game that they were hyping last year, that they were saying that it's going to look even better than a regular Xbox One game, because it's going to use cloud computing, the powers of hundreds of Xbox Ones.
Those black lines are going to even be barely there.
When you collapse that building, you're going to see every beam, and it's going to be great. But we haven't heard much about the game, so I'm hoping to hear some about it at E3.
You could also turn, really quick, you could turn Uncharted 4 into a cell-shaded game.
Yeah? Well, hey.
There's a little, like, they have, like, different filters and stuff.
Naughty Dog, Crash Bandicoot. I'm saying it.
It's happening.
Possible?
I'll say this right now. Recently, in the last month, I've stopped by the Naughty Dog offices twice. Not casually, not on my own accord, like saying, "Hey, I don't know anyone here. What are you guys doing?"
Open the phone book. Naughty Dog.
Just for work and stuff. Had to drop and pick some stuff up, and I ended up. I didn't sign an NDA, so I don't. Sure. I can't not.
We can talk about this.
But there's like a wing with there's a wing at Naughty Dog with like a Crash Bandicoot silhouette, and I'm like,
This is the first time you could actually see
There's
in my
no
expressions.
way.
This is the
There's
first time
no
I'm
way
hearing
they're
about
not
it.
going to do something about it. Like even like it's not even an
Well,
Easter
even
egg
as an arcade
Uncharted. Like, it's an
live arcade
integral part.
game, give us a remastered of the first Crash Bandicoot or something. I would love that. And then in the future we could talk about a real new reboot or something like that.
Give me like a huge, just turn it into like a ridiculous. I don't know. Give him a gun. Give Crash Bandicoot.
What are you
a
talking
gun
about?
And a samurai sword. Here's my pitch for Crash
didn't
Bandicoot.
he had a sword in Crash Bandicoot
Motherfucker
2?
needs a jetpack. Motherfucker needs a new
Who doesn't?
new pair of jeans. I'm gonna say maybe pockets on the
every
bottom,
Ooh.
so he could put some
When Crash Bandicoot's not on the screen, other characters should be asking, "Where's Crash Bandicoot?"
I'm just really
Sorry,
upset.
it's my
I'm making
Poochie
a lot of
reference.
Crash Bandicoot jokes, but I was just really upset. I re-auditioned, as you know, the guy who voiced the Tiki thing passed away.
Ooga Booga?
And I recently went to audition.
No.
None of that's true.
That is culturally appropriate.
Very.
I think that might have started my love for tiki, and I think what continued it was rum. It was really good. That I think is going to wrap it up for our E3 preview. Make sure you guys, we have our social media, Twitter handles and all that below. So make sure you follow us if you want to keep up to date with all of our big news. It's going to be coming out this week. We got Twitch sessions that are going to be coming out too. If we're going to be playing Mirror's Edge, going to be playing some Overwatch.
Dark Souls 3. Oh, and really quick, they in response to Overwatch being released, did you see that they Battleborn's only $40 with a lot of retailers now?
Gotta start that war somehow. So if you're enjoying Battleborn and you want us to play it, if you're enjoying Overwatch and you want us to play it, maybe we'll play Overwatch versus Battleborn. We'll do some stuff. But check us out, folks. Thank you so much for watching. I'm your host, Justin Gentile.
I am also your host, Timothy McGorry. Check out the other podcasts, K-Files, Writer's Room, and if you want us to play any game, check out next week for our retro gaming feature.
Thanks for checking us out, only at HollywoodRedux.com.
Never forget.